Hello folks, what can I say? It's not that I've been busy, I've just kind of found my mojo. Thursday the 9th of May, things is warming up and I still haven't got any tomato seeds in yet, never mind how else, but I'll show you what's kind of happening and then we'll try and stick our fingers in rather than pull our fingers out, because you need to stick them in the muck. Right, 2 seconds, I'll turn you around. So, been kind of busy. The new fence is up on part of the garden. Still got lots to do on that side. But compost heaps has all had a big change round. So we're getting there. I mean, it's going to be 4 bays and it's going to all be like... Oh, hang on. Is that my gardening bug? Oh, Howie. I need you. Come on. Do me a favour, give me my mojo back, will you? Please, can I have me mojo back? Won't be nice. Didn't it hurt us though? Ow! That's better. Let's put you back the way. Good bug. Good bugs for the garden. So, it feels a bit better now. Let's have a look. So we're gonna go. This is in here. Oh, look at the mushrooms. Oh, them mushrooms, lad. This is for sure. I mean, this is straight raw muck. See how hot it gets. 65 a couple of days ago. I'll leave that in a little bit. Nice. I'm getting a load of it, but it's all obviously fresh. So in this pile here is all wood chips with a load of biochar in it. Well, charcoal basically, but if you leave them to mix you get biochar, which is a plan for another video, but you'll have to decide whether you want to see it or not. This is all the old wood chips. There's a bit of a better view of the heaps. Go around this way. Oh, looks like Fran has been nicking some more wood. He's going to start his own gardening YouTube thing, just in the garden with a little polytunnel. There's my house fencing panels. I've got plans for them. That's all the stuff that needs burning. I can burn it all on a night, no problem. But I wanted to do a video how I turn it into charcoal. Basically just a fire, and then you pour it out once there's no smoke and stuff. And then I'm just going to add it to the compost heap. But I'll show you some other biochar that I've got already done. This bed, I found a load of muck that I had in the corner years ago. I've just put a covering on the top. Don't know what I'm putting in there yet. A couple of leeks. And what they'll come out though soon. Garlic bed. Probably a mix of elephant garlic and normal garlic in. The other garlic bed, I know there's a few elephant garlics in there. Horseradish, once the fence is completed on the right hand side, that's going up near the fence. Cabbages, this is all that survived of the cabbages I put in. Oh, I can't remember when I put them in now. This is actually a sprout. Well, I doubt I'll get in. But I can eat the sprout tops. Some of them up went in that bed. Far too hot to plant anything in really though. That bed and that bed will probably be, if I get them planted, my banana shallots. This bed, I'm sorry if I'm turning you around a bit fast. This bed here is going to be for the onions. that bed again, probably for banana shallots, because when I show you in a second, strawberry tower, it's not staying there, but that's my strawberry. It's going to go either side here, 6 on each. Tatties to plant. Must do this as soon as possible. Them's just superficial weeds, they'll come out no problem. But I may have a couple of spare straight eye. There's a odd straight tatty in there, so I may sieve all that first. This bed, I don't know if you remember, but I put 5 cabbages in there. That one got root rock. These 2 got eaten by a slug, and that one just went all floppy one day, which is probably a cutworm. This cabbage doesn't seem so bad, so we'll leave it, see what happens. I mean, I know it's a mess there, but that shed is going to end up being the solar panel shed that the battery's in, because it's all wriggly tin and lime washed. Shouldn't catch fire too easy if I do the wiring wrong. Polytunnel. Now if I can remember how to do it, I'll put a video in, photo in of, I had about 9 barrel loads of muck on this side, but I thought it's too hot, so I'm going to put this farmyard manure on this side, more so much where the tomatoes are going to go, and then on this side I'm going to use biochar and possibly mycorrhizal fungal, and just see if there's any difference. So a little experiment: normal muck, biochar, and some bits of feed that I've got. Solar panel spinning like mad. The solar panel fan, good little buy. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but a good little buy there. I don't know what temperature we're at the moment. I've got a temperature sensor, but out of the sun, so you get a proper idea of what you're getting. I don't know if you'll be able to read that. 35.4 degrees C, but it's still dropping quite low on the night. Got a load of weed membrane. Going to do all these paths. Eventually, when Fran comes to help us a bit more, like, that should be alright. I'll get the poly cover on there. There's one of the beds filled with the muck that I got. Muck in place for this side. The cherry tree is now out. Muck piled up, so it's easy enough just to shift around for another bed there. Possibly another bed here, smaller one, not quite as far as the tree, the apple tree. I don't know yet. Them 2 mainly, which would be for, well, I was hoping to get them done for the banana shallots, but this stuff's going to be far too hot, I think. But Brian will probably be able to tell us. Trees, and also the tatties, or chetties as we call them, I'm going to do a little tower, Brian. Going to join you in the little, well, it's not a tower challenge, but I remember we did a one years ago, but mine failed abysmal. I did it in straw, with comfrey. The other apple tree, load of mess still. That's all like blah blah blah, out of sight out of mind kind of thing. But there's a quick look round there. Now I brought along the tomato seeds and all the rest of my seed. Have a quick look round. I mean, it's going to need a bit tidying up first. Oh, it's warm in here. It's the thing, it's lovely and warm in the sun, but once it starts to get cold, if the temperature drops, it was 0.5 degrees in the polytunnel a week and a half ago. So there's not a lot you can do. But I have found something. I bought one a while ago, but it was all the electronics to connect everything together that I couldn't really work out. But I've now found a one which is, you use a battery and you use Can you see that there? If you want to look them up. I mean, they're not the cheapest thing in the world, but they're not the most expensive either. But I tested it in the house with the exhaust sitting out the front window, and I was sweating, because I don't use the heating at home. Temperature in here, you can't read that, but I can tell you it's 37.2. That's one of the chilies, what was dying anyway, but it's been a snail in there, so I'm going to have a bit of a brush out before I start everything. This is the compost I'm going to use just to like start my plants in, but I'm a bit loath to move it all because I've got somebody called Sophia living here. Can you tell? Sophia the spider. She's massive. And I don't really want to move her, but she's going to have to go because I need to get a bit of a move on. Is it too late for tomatoes? I would say absolutely not. It's late, but it's not too late, which I've seen some YouTubers saying. And this is worm cast water with aerator, which doesn't seem to be working at the moment. Don't know why. Just a solar panel one. Typical. Just cheap. I was hoping it would have kept it aerated, which is got nothing. My solar fan, that's spinning quite fast, but the camera obviously, just to get a bit of air movement. But there you go, folks. Hopefully, well, my plan is to get these tomatoes in today and a few other bits and pieces, so I should really go and get my sleeping bag, because I planned on saying I'm not going home until I've got these tomatoes in. I really need to go in. But hopefully we'll bring you back, folks. Thanks very much so far. We'll see you in a bit. Right, okay folks. I'm getting half of the tomato seeds in, and I'm absolutely jiggered. And I've not really done anything, to be fair, so. But I'm getting half done. I'll do the rest tomorrow morning. And I've probably got some that I can't even put in because I've got no space for them. But I'll turn you around and show you. Not that you can really tell in there. But I've done them in party pots or pint pots kind of things. There's only a few inches in the bottom. I don't know if you can see in there. No, you cannot. But I haven't got the space to I have got the space to put them on, but I can't stand putting plants on, and I think it always disturbs them. So what I'm doing, starting in there, and as they grow up, get a bit bigger, I'll just put compost in the sides to start the secondary roots. And then once they're big enough in there, they're going in the polytunnel. It's warm enough now. Odd cold night, but again, you see I've got that now with a battery, and I've done the exhaust outside, but it runs around the back of there. Sorry for shaking you. So I'm shaking. And then there's the hot air fan thing comes out, and I should be able to keep it nice and warm there. Right, tatties. Right, so pink fir apple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe, pink fir apple, King Edward, flatworm, remember that, flatworm, King Edward, and for Brian, I don't know, I hope you can see me because I'm doing this with one hand. Can remember a few years ago we did a tomato tower challenge thing. I mean, mine failed because, let's say what I was saying earlier, I did mine in straw bales and the rats got them all. Now what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to try it again because you're doing it, Brian. I'm going to do it along with you, so I'm going to call it the Chetty Tower Challenge. Can I say that at this time of night, can I? Chetty Tower? No, I can't. Brian, I'm absolutely jiggered. Right, I'll show you what I've got and then what I'm going to do, but here's a quick look. So, a ring culture pot with the King Edward in, near the fence, if you can see there, near the fence, because I have a plan. this is harder with one hand than you think. Sorry, you cannot say that. Right. Sorry, I'm doing it with one hand. My cameraman isn't been down for ages, and other than to pinch wood, Fran. Right. So that's the plan for that. Oh, let me give it one of the others. And as it starts to come through, I'll put a screw in at 120, 120, 120 or something. Then I'll add another one like that. I'm sorry if I'm advertising Heinz, if they want to sponsor me for Heinz baked beans, because I like them. But they're probably nearer the top. And then I'll go up however many I can get. Oh, to see. Oh, shit. Nearly went my length. I'm absolutely not. 3 pots, I think Brian says you're doing, aren't you? About 3 pots high. I'm going to try for 4. I mean, I'm late putting them in. As long as I don't get blight, there should be no reason why it doesn't work. But we'll give it a go, mate. Champion. Sit and chill a little bit while I have this last coffee. You know, I mentioned flatworm in that pot over there. Well, I've had a bit of a search on YouTube. I put in a couple of Facebook groups, and some of the results I got was like ridiculous. It's a newt. It's a normal worm. Sorry, not on YouTube. I put it on some of the Facebook groups. I think I didn't say that. The status. And quite a few people said that's just a normal worm. Well, it's not. I've had a look. When I first found it, like down the side of the bucket before I cleaned the stuff out, it was all curled up. I thought it was a bit of seaweed first. That's how like frilly around the edges and stuff it looked. Anyway, I'll turn you around so you can... I'll just get killed by smoke now. I'll turn you around so you can have a look. Right, if you look in here, I mean, there. Now obviously that was wriggling all over the place and all the rest of it. Like, I reckon it's going in the fire in a second. But I've had a good look, and it's a New Zealand flatworm. Now how it's getting in this garden, I have no idea. The only thing I've ever like brought in was quite where, especially where the tatties are, is coir compost in the like hard solid blocks, and that, let me get you a closer look, that was 7 years ago or more. Can I get proper photos? Just leave it out there like that. Well, yes, New Zealand flatworm, going by the pictures, folks. So it's been dispatched. Well, it cooked on the pavement in the sun. So it's been dispatched, and I'm going to chuck it in the fire. Get rid of it completely, because it's a New Zealand one, and they absolutely devastate the ecosystem. I can't remember where. I think it was on Facebook where I seen it. And you're supposed to report them to death and everything. I've tried emailing somebody, but the email just bounced back. But looking at the pictures, that's definitely a New Zealand flatworm. I don't think it's the hammerhead one, which is the worst, but it's definitely not local and native. I've never seen one in my life, and I'm 50-ish years, well, I was 50 years old. But there you go, folks, right? It's gonna get burnt, because I'm not having them in my garden. I've got worm bins and everything, and I don't want them eating all of them. So we'll leave it there for now, folks. I'll be along tomorrow to put the rest of the tomatoes in. And I'll show you a bit of progress. I'm going to burn that stuff, but I'll probably burn it on a night. And I don't know if I was going to try and video it to show you how to do, like, not that you need to know how to make, put a fire on. I mean, you burn it till you get no smoke and it's just all embers, like you were going to barbecue. Then you pour it out. The most easiest way to turn it into biochar is just to chuck it in your compost heap. Or I've added some in the bin and just chuck loads of different stuff on it, so it's all, because apparently the charcoal once it's just charcoal, it's purely a sponge. Now, for years I've gone metal detecting, and when you find charcoal in a field, you know you're going to find some metal artifacts. And I found stuff, something like Bronze Age stuff, where there's charcoal. So the charcoal stays in the ground for like at least 2,000 years. They reckon it could be even 7 or 8,000, but I know for a fact it can last a long time. So if you charge that with all your microbiotics and what have you, and put that in your soil, it's not going to rot away like compost. So, I mean, if you put too much on it, it's like a no-no. But I'm starting to incorporate it into the garden all over the place, so hopefully it should always improve things. But if you want us to do a video on it, not that I know a great lot, but I mean, it would only be like Poor Man's. You're supposed to use, Americans use all kinds of weird and wonderful things. The most easiest way is to put a hole in the ground, light a fire, put the fire out when it turns to charcoal, and then chuck it wherever you want. But we'll leave it at that, folks. It's getting late, I need something to eat, and I am absolutely jiggered, proper jiggered. So we'll leave it at that, folks. Likes and love. Cheers, folks. See you later.